Yo, obviously your brother used to manage Kanye.
Yeah.
He worked with Kanye very closely. What are your thoughts on some of the new Kanye tweets that have been floating around?
Well, I mean, it's just Ye. You know? Ye has his own specific. I think he's in his truth. He's in his truth right now.
Yeah.
And I think his truth is rubbing a lot of people a certain kind of way because they can kind of remind. I think his truth speaks to a lot of people.
Right. I think it's specifically
you know what I mean?
him talking about the stuff with his cousin. Like a lot of people went through that.
I mean, bro, it takes a lot to come out and say or admit, for that matter, but just to repent in a way to where you're not repenting to the priest or the imam.
You're repenting to the world.
You're repenting to the world. Like, I think he's in that space where I think he's kind of like, this is a space that no one can really understand if you're not there, right? So I don't try to explain what he's doing. I just try to explain it from a perspective of how I understand it. And I think he's in a spiritual space from his understanding that he needs to do these things and reveal his truth to the world to reset. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like too, like, the thing, like him trying to get access to his kids, it's obviously hurting him, Like, I feel like he's a guy who's going through a lot of shit, and he's going through it in front of our own eyes, like.
Yeah, but I think the parenting part is something that every man goes through, depending on how difficult the woman chooses to be that you're with, right?
How many kids you got?
I got enough.
More than 10?
I don't speak about my kids.
Okay, I gotta ask.
Kev, stop playing, man. You know this already.
Shit, I don't know. You got the Nick Cannon thing going on? I don't know.
No. Nick got he got a few more than me.
Yeah, Nick's outside.
No, he's doing it right.
Yeah.
I
saw the new thing. The new thing Trump's talking about doing is giving $5,000. Trump's talking about giving $5,000 to women to have babies to stop the birth rate from going down. He said Nick Cannon's going to be out here fucking.
But I don't think he's talking to minorities. He's talking to white folks.
You think so?
Yeah, because the white folks they're not breeding enough. This is why the white race is slowly diminishing. They're not having enough
Which
sex.
I just feel, obviously don't even feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like we're all just kind of fucking each other at this point. So who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I mean, the white folks don't fuck outside of their race that much.
I got 2 Mexican babies.
No, but I'm talking about in the South.
Oh yeah, in the South?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You'll see some of these young ladies like did you watch Drewski's show on YouTube?
Drews, yeah.
he had these 2 like country ass white bitches who only fuck black dudes on the show, and you could tell both of their parents have said the hard R recently.
100%.
It's almost like the internet's gotten rid of, like, if you're like a certain generation, like of person, you're even if your parents are like hardcore crazy racist, like your black culture is America. Like it is like all of us.
Yeah, man.
But no, you're right. You're right. It is. I think it is a thing. Like we need more white babies out here.
They need to. They definitely need to make more. But
5,000 a pop. Like I wonder if I gave my wife another one. Like it'd be half Mexican. Do I get 2,500? Half white, half Mexican.
Right? Do you get half?
Do I get half?
That is an interesting question. Though I would actually ask as a trivia and see what happens.
Yeah. Like how? What about a mixed race baby? You know what I mean?
Do we get half the money?
Do we get half? Like give me the 25. I'll take the tax break. It's crazy times, man.
Nah, this is crazy.
I'm curious. You obviously, being from where you're from and you having the reach you have in Africa, what is your thought process on just all of this? I feel like we've gotten to the point where there was like a problem with immigration where the border was wide open. So obviously, yeah, sure. Like the border shouldn't be wide open. People shouldn't be able to just fucking walk into the country. There should be some sort of process.
Yeah, there should be.
But then the pendulum swings the opposite way, in which it's like people are just like getting rounded up with no due process. People are getting snatched up off the streets because they're critical of Israel, and then they're getting sent to prisons. I just told you they're talking about building a prison similar to El Salvador in Rwanda.
Right.
Which is, it's just a crazy time to be an immigrant in America. Right now.
This is unbelievable, especially when you look at America, and America was built on immigrants. Like immigrants.
It's why
built
the Statue
America.
of Liberty is there.
I mean,
Ellis
everybody,
Island.
believe it or not, everybody in America is an immigrant.
100%.
Because America was,
the Chinese built the railroads.
The Indians were here before whoever was officially American claimed to be American to be here.
Shout out to the natives.
So we're all immigrants in it, and when you look at it.
It's just a scary time, man.
It's so super scary, man.
Yeah, I just feel like there's just like the empathy is just, and like people,
it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's gone, man.
It's really all about the money and control and power. Like it got to the point where money was more important than human life.
Yep.
That's when it gets scary.
That is when it gets scary. Yeah, in Florida, I think they're bringing back child labor, which is fucking nuts.
Child labor?
Yeah.
You mean what?
Yeah, they got rid of the child labor restrictions in Florida.
What purpose with that? What? How does that?
Who's gonna pick the oranges? We gotta have 12-year-olds out there picking fucking oranges, man. Because all they're deporting all the motherfuckers who was working in the orange field.
Right, that's true. Yeah, so for all the deportees that you're sending out, who's gonna replace those jobs? So now we're going to the point now where we have to violate kids to get that done. Like, that's crazy.
No, it's a wild times, man. We're living in like a Black Mirror
That's
episode.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a Black Mirror episode for sure.
100%.
Yeah, it's like every time I like turn the TV, I'm like, what the fuck? Don't let me check my crypto. My crypto's melted. I'm looking at my Ethereum like, God, this motherfucker was supposed to be the crypto president. What the fuck?
Wow.
You still have a lot of crypto?
Yeah, I still got crypto.
What are you a main holder of? Bitcoin?
Yep, Bitcoin.
Yeah. Bitcoin's gonna always be fine.
Yeah, that's it. Just focus on Bitcoin. Everything else going up and down, Bitcoin gonna stay where it's at.
And Concoin?
It's the Godfather. Good Godfather.
What about your coin? Your coin's still floating around?
No, I don't even talk about my coin no more.
It's over. Do we got an update on
my coin is over.
I saw you in October. What's the update on the city? And
That's in process.
that's still happening.
Yes, that's in process.
Is it hard for you to because there's a lot of people who like say that like if you watch, there's like mini YouTube documentaries about your city and how it's like a big scam.
Right.
Do you care about the naysayers?
No,
you know the truth?
I don't care about that because in the end, when the city's actually up, they're gonna feel like assholes.
Yeah.
It's different if it wasn't happening.
What has been the most difficult part of that project? Because it is a big thing to take on.
I think the most difficult part was fighting the opposition. Realizing how much interest that other governments had in Africa, specifically in that area, and why they would want to tear my project down. And that was because I thought I was doing something to help, but I didn't realize as much as I'm helping the people,
it's not about the people, it's about the resources.
Yeah, exactly. The oligarchs that control certain areas, they feel like I'm going to interrupt what they're doing over there as far as just robbing people.
So like in that area, what would be like an oligarch or a foreign government's interest in that area? Is it resources? Is it?
Yes, it's about resources, control. Like that area is a huge area for future developments and where they want to like build the new ports and stuff like that.
I feel like too, like they want to keep these countries as poor as possible.
That's exactly what happens. So
that's what they want. Like the goal is to keep everybody in poverty over there, so they can get what they want. They can take advantage of the mines. They can take
everything else.
Yeah. But because if everybody wakes up, or not necessarily wakes up, because I think people are very like self-aware. But if an alternative universe is created, an alternative path,
right,
then you can't take advantage of.
You can't take advantage.
Because
when people are actually thriving, they're not going to make starving decisions.
Yeah, like if you think about some of these like mines in Congo, they're like it's like literally modern day slavery. Yeah, no, and like all of our phones are fueling this trade. You know,
Yep.
Our Teslas are fucking.
Yep.